ezil.com that there was some kind of change in the Haitian constitution. Well, at least that's what I think I've understood from what I read. Who did those changes, and was it legitimate? And who are also the prefabric? Yeah, what is the prefabricated parliament? Because you talk about that a bit. Can you elaborate a bit on
Yeah. Well, just recently, there was an announcement of changes to the Haitian Constitution. Now, the question about whether it's legitimate or not is a very real one. But when we're under occupation, what is legitimate?
Not too much things.
When the people have been disenfranchised, what is legitimate? But there is, in theory, a parliament who has voted a new constitution, an amendment to the Constitution, and it's my understanding, and obviously the people had nothing to do with it, except those who are close to power. But the majority of the people, this is not the same thing. Like the 1987 Constitution, when it was written, there was a discussion, a nationwide discussion, and then there was a referendum by the people to adopt it. This one was done while we were under occupation in the midnight hours, and they used the cover of saying that they were providing Haitian diaspora dual citizenship to change. Now, not many of us have seen this change. I mean, this is going to affect Haitian life, but most Haitians have not seen this. It was supposedly published, but there's all sorts of problems with what was published because there are now conversations saying that what the legislatures had voted for is not what came out in the monitor. So I don't really know. I don't think folks know. But supposedly, the good news that people celebrated is that Haitians of the diaspora now have the right to vote in Haiti, even if they hold another nationality, another passport. Also, Haitians of the diaspora cannot hold office like high office, but they can hold the office of mayor. So those are the things that people publicize. The things that were less publicized are the ones that we worry about. Okay. But, for instance, before the president of the Supreme Court, the highest judge of the Supreme Court, was the person next in line if for some reason the president of the country became incapacitated, got shot or got a fatal disease or got medical problem and sick. Mm-hmm. Now, this a new amendment makes it so that it's the prime minister that takes on that role. Although they say that Haitians of diaspora can hold office, the trick is the comedians have annihilated the position of mayor for a couple of years.
Yes. Yeah, I read that in your. I read that in your. Oh, sorry, yeah, go on.
Come on.
Okay, no, because I didn't want to cut you off. I thought you kept saying something. Because I was gonna say I read that also that it seems that the mayors, because I know the mayors were the ones that were the closest to the population, especially when we talk about the mass majority. I mean, these are the people I think that they have a easier reach to. But now,
basically, they seem to have. As I said, I haven't gone through the whole thing because we've been so busy. But it seems like the general thing is that they have taken out local power.
Yes. Yeah.
You see, so not only were we disenfranchised by not being able to vote and by being occupied, but now some of the positions that provided some local power to the people have been, taken out or amended out of existence. Or like the mayors, they're not going to have a vote, I think, until 2013, something like that.
Yes.
And so there is a article that your readers can look at that's on my website by a Haitian, very, very talented Haitian called Daddy Cherie, where she talks about a prefab president, prefab parliament, and a prefab um, constitution. So basically, a constitution made overseas and then brought to us, prefab, just like the president.
Yeah, just like the president. Yeah, like you were saying in your on your site exactly. Do you what do you think is going to be the role of the UN now with the and the minister? And I read in one of your articles that they even yeah that even the corporate media pretty much criticize what like how they've been overpricing themselves in the United Nations, how they overprice stuff and how they just build, they take big boats and stuff like that. So what do you think is going to be the role now with
Minister?
yeah, and well the whole UN, like the whole UN.
Well, I mean, we're a nice lucrative gig for these people. And so they're not going to give up the Haiti gig. I mean, they make almost $1 million off of us per year. I think the price tag for the UN mission in Haiti this year was over $860 million. So those are jobs given to people like from the 192 countries. I think 30 countries are getting jobs, and Haitians are getting no jobs, but these people are, and I don't believe that they're going to just walk away from it, even though they are a total, absolute failure. I have a piece that I could direct your audience to that's called U.S. False Benevolence, where we talk about the failure of United States aids, the donor aids, and that failure is structural. Okay. In terms of the UN, obviously, the UN has this reputation or this sort of standing mandate or this sort of narrative that they're about human rights. They are the peacemakers. But truly, the UN in operation is the representative of those 5 dominant post-World War powers who are in the Security Council, and they do their colonial biddings. And their colonial bidding in Haiti is to maintain the status quo. Because if Haiti should become free, that means an independent black country without the meddlesome interference of France, Canada, and the United States, and with the acquiescence of the rest of the other 2, China, Russia, England, then the rest of the colonized world would realize they're not free. So Haitians suffer so that others cannot see they're not free. Because if these meddlers left Haiti and Haitians could develop their own country, then Jamaica might just say, why am I bowing to the Queen? I'm really not free. I want to be like Haiti.
Yeah.
So they must keep us down. They must keep us in chaos. They must keep us as the example of the freedom you don't want to have.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, go on.
So our people, Steve, pay the price so that the status quo can maintain itself, and we pay that price unendurably. As you know, the UN, just finished bringing us cholera. 300,000 Haitians have been infected with their excrement. And they all keep being humanitarians, though.
I know, like in Canada, I think five or 6 years ago, when there was the hurricane and Go Naive, a lot of people in Quebec, which is the province I live at, and in Canada, they sent goods in Haiti, and a lot of the goods stayed at the border, and that made the news, which is one of the rare things that really did make the news. That was a real truth. and a lot of people were like, how can I say that? They felt disgust by that. So I read in one of your articles also that there's been something similar that happened, I think, in the States where people sent uh, goods for $1 million, donations and everything, and it didn't make it to Haiti. When those things happen, how do the people respond? That like the people that you know around you, like in Connecticut, that gives stuff. How do they respond? And in Haiti, do people in Haiti, as far as you know, do they know that these kind of things happen? That people send stuff, but it just stays, it's blocked and stuff like that. As far as you know.
Yes. Well, recently there was like you said, Steve, there was uh, uh, report where it showed that there was millions of dollars worth of earthquake relief that the U.S. Army was supposed to bring to Haiti, and apparently, for whatever reason, it ended up in Guantanamo, and it took a year. Okay. And by the time it got to Haiti, now Guantanamo is half an hour away from Haiti. Yeah, okay. By the time it got to Haiti, most of the medicines and stuff that they were bringing in had expired, or whatever it was that they were putting together. They had to throw away most of it. So there's a lot of waste, but somebody got paid for that. Somebody purchased those products. And it's a very interesting question because most donors don't understand what goes on in Haiti. Okay. That there's something called tide aid, which means by statute, most nations require that foreign aid is used to purchase their own services and goods. So after the incentive is gone, after they've purchased, let's say, the bottled water, after they've purchased the antibiotic, after they've purchased the pharmaceutical good, after they've purchased whatever it is that they've purchased, and after they've paid their programming fees, their staffing fees, there's no incentive to make sure it gets to Haitians because they've already made their money.
Oh, my God.
And the more we die and the more we need, the more they're going to go purchase their own goods again.
Yeah.
So it's a business that thrives on our suffering and on our dying.
Yeah, like you were saying just before, exactly. But
I mean, do you understand that? I don't think people actually understand that.
Yeah.
You see, so according to law, American law, when they give, let's say, $100,000 to Haiti, and they say, this is what I'm giving to Haiti, that money never reaches the Haitian government. The statistics are less than 1 cent of every dollar actually reaches the Haitian government. 99 of that money goes to the NGOs because the money goes directly to the NGOs. So the United States is subsidizing its own companies in the name of giving Haitian relief. And by statute, most of these countries, and there's only a few countries that don't do this, only a few benevolent, philanthropic, developed countries that don't do this. The money that they give for foreign aid, I mean, it's to buy products that they might not be able to sell in America or in Canada. So they make a market out of us, and they call it foreign aid. So let's say, a pharmaceutical company has made up all of these drugs, and they don't need to use them. They don't have Americans with malaria. They don't have Americans with X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
Then they're going to make a program where USAID is going to give them money to buy their own products, and then the shipping of it to Haiti, it's of no concern to them if it reaches us or if it doesn't, because they've already made their money.
But what do you think it's gonna take for? Because I know this is something that's been talked about for a while. I mean, I've kind of understood that concept, right after the coup, because I didn't know that much about the NGOs. So like